All right, how's everyone doing? I am Rich CELENZA. Thanks for tuning into the Rich CELENZA Show. I got my co-host, Robert Benenato.
Hello.
All right, so I was going to actually do this independent in the gym. If you watch any of my YouTube videos, I do a lot of videos inside the gym regarding fitness, but it's not just different workout routines. Actually, far from it. I kind of discuss all these different subjects regarding what I have done throughout my life to, I guess, keep consistent when working out in the gym. Also, I try to help younger guys save money when going to the gym or create a different mindset, I think, just in general when it comes to fitness. Robert works out as well. But what's interesting about Robert is he takes an honest approach. And that's why I want to have him on my podcast regarding this, because at times he's extremely consistent, and then other times he's not. And I think he can speak for a lot of people out there where I'm very consistent when working out.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, which who gives a shit? And I'm not saying he's very inconsistent. I don't know about that.
I'm normal. I'm human.
Right. So he's a 2 to 4 day. 2 to 4 day. I'm sorry, 2 to 4 a week guy. I throw you in. But he's also he varies with what I like. Let's just put it this way. He will weight train, he'll do some cardio, he'll play racquetball, and then he does other things as well outside of the gym. Kind of what I'm always preaching is there's a lot to fitness besides just getting caught up doing one thing. But then sometimes with him, he just will fall off the face of the earth for it could be a certain amount of time, right?
Yeah, you know what? I don't stress over it, that I have to, like diets, right? I don't believe in diet. I do believe in eating healthy and watching what you eat most of the time.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with, eating something you enjoy.
Yeah.
And stay active. See, that's the difference with me. I work out anywhere from 1 to 4 times a week. Just depends on my week.
Yeah.
I'm very active throughout the day. Usually I work out around 5, 6 o'clock.
Right.
But sometimes in the days I'm not done until 5, 6 o'clock, and I don't make it to the gym. And by then I'm just hungry. I get home, I eat, and who wants to go to the gym after you just had a meal? So I don't stress over it. I don't, bang my head over it. Oh, I didn't make it to the gym, and I'm going to, I suck at. No, it is what it is, But when I do go, I enjoy it. I concentrate on what I'm doing. I get the best workout I can.
Yeah.
Right? And that motivates me to try to make it the next day and so forth. But if I don't, that's fine,
Right.
And the other thing I which I try to do a lot of times is work out on Saturdays and Sundays. So everybody thinks, oh, you work out from Monday to Friday.
Yep.
What's wrong with the other 2 days?
I agree. Right.
And I love Saturdays and Sundays.
For sure.
There's less people in the gym.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, I think one of the things that kept me being consistent is because of my insecurities. So if you know anything about me, I try to help men with their confidence. And what's interesting with me is I like to also talk about when I'm not that confident. And hold on here. All right, I had to take a break there. A little bug flew in my mouth. What the hell were we talking? Oh, confidence regarding fitness. I think one thing that keeps driving me to go to the gym is my insecurities. And I don't think a lot of guys want to acknowledge that or talk about it, but I think when I don't go to a gym, I feel like I'm losing size, I'm losing strength, I'm getting out of shape, right? So it's funny because I tell people a lot of times, when it comes to me, I'm pretty confident. I don't give a shit. I do whatever I feel like doing whenever I want to do it. But on the flip side, when it comes to fitness, there's an insecurity component there.
I'm guilty of that too.
Really?
Yeah. When I stopped going to the gym for whatever reason, and I've put a little bit of weight on, it's harder for me to get back to the gym because of the way I feel. And sometimes I feel worse than what I really look like, right?
Yeah.
But in my head, I feel like I'm a big fat, whatever.
Right.
And it's not true, but that's the way I feel.
Right.
That's the way I carry myself, And as soon as I start working out, my body responds pretty quick.
Right.
To workouts. As you told me the other day, oh, you look slimmer, and why not, right?
Yeah.
And I have muscle memory, so it'll probably take me 3 weeks where I start seeing the difference, and then I just keep going.
Yeah, and I think guys like myself, I can't speak for everybody, that have been working out through most of their life, right? Their identity becomes fitness, not even fitness, but like if you have muscle mass, if you got a certain size arm or whatever, or you look a certain way, we get used to kind of getting that attention and we kind of like it. I think one of the reasons we worked out was not only maybe because you first started off playing sports, but you like the way you look, right? A lot of times you like maybe being stronger. But then when you start to see yourself, how do I say this? You're changing no matter who you are when you're getting older. It's a lot of guys get caught up trying to keep up with their youth, I talk about, which is brutal.
You can't do that.
Yeah, which, that's back to injuries and back to all that shit. Instead of helping yourself, you're hurting yourself. So when it comes to going to the gym, they start to dread it because they weren't as strong as they were before, or they don't look the same way they did before.
I think the mistake for a lot of people that go to the gym without, education or knowledge about, fitness and working out, is you have a body type, right?
Sure.
And you cannot be someone else.
100%.
You have to be you, and you have to realize who you are, what you are, your body style, type, how fast you respond to workouts and diets, right? And work with what you have. But you cannot look like the model. You cannot look at for females, you see these magazines, I want to look like her, like this bikini or, Victoria's Secret. That's not your body.
No, and you're not going to be The Rock.
Yeah, and for the guys, right? They start lifting weights, trying to put all this muscle on, thinking that the heavier so now they're out of form, they get injured, trying to look like The Rock when you look more like Kevin Short. I don't know.
Who the hell knows? Yeah, right.
But you're not that body type, so you cannot look like that person. Be the best version of yourself.
Yeah, take an honest approach.
Yes.
That doesn't mean you can't get huge, right? Because you got people like Lee Priest, who's 5'2",
5'5", whatever he is.
Well, he's a beast,
right?
And he's not going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And I always say, not always putting too much muscle in your body is going to make you look better. Sometimes being shredded and have some muscle on your body.
Yeah.
When you go to the pool, take your shirt off or whatever, and from far especially, you look big.
Yeah.
You could be 170 pounds and look.
Yeah.
Visually bigger.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand when working out is they don't know what they're going to look like. They truly don't. Like a lot of people think, if I put 20 pounds on, I'm going to look like this. And then you put, say, 20 pounds on. You don't know a lot of times with your genetics how that's going to affect you. Is it going to be in your chest? Is it going to your legs? Is it your back?
It doesn't get spread evenly,
No, you could do the best job you want or can.
And that comes down to, again, education, like I said,
and
education in the fitness industry, right, or in the fitness world. You have to understand your body and say, okay, where does my body gain mass quickly? Is it my arms, chest, back, or legs?
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of tone those down a little bit and work on the areas that are a little bit more stubborn. If not, you're going to look out of proportion. Like for me, my legs, I need to work out my legs more than I can my chest, for example.
Sure.
I could do push-ups in my chest, get pumped. Not my legs.
And everybody has different genetics. As you
right.
know, and everyone does a different workout, has a different lifestyle, right? And a lot of times, too, people get caught up. I've been there. Like, say you don't have as big buys as you want, but your tries are great, right? You spend a tremendous amount of time trying to improve your buys, and they may never get to the point where you're okay with it, right? Just saying. Sometimes you got to look at your strengths. So maybe you just got to understand work your tries out more because sometimes it's just that way. You can work out calves basically every other day, but if you don't have the genetics sometimes to pull off big calves, like it may not come. Just kind of do the best you can, but understand that you are going to have strengths and weaknesses. Nobody's body, for the most part, a lot of guys' body, but even if you ask bodybuilders, they'll never tell you that they feel perfectly proportioned usually. They'll be like, oh, my back's huge compared to this, or my arms are this, and my legs should be this, whatever the case may be. Let's get back to dreading the gym. Because I'm always talking about how to get your ass to the gym. I just did it. I haven't uploaded it yet. I was going to edit it today, which was, if you want to get jacked, shut your mouth and get to the gym. Mm-hmm. I think Dorian Yates had a famous saying kind of like that. I didn't even mention that in the video, but I'll mention it now, or shut up and work out. If you want to get big and jacked, most likely you're going to have to lift weights. But a lot of times, I think people think that I'm the guy who's always at the gym, because a lot of times I am, but I dread going to the gym a lot of times. There's no questions about it. I wake up sometimes dreading it.
Why?
Yeah, I think for me...
What are your top 3 reasons why?
Well, this is what hurts, I think, Mia. So we've been in Corona and pandemic stuff, so I got to keep going. I don't have to keep going, but I bounce between 2 LA Fitnesses. When I was traveling, I loved hitting all different types of gyms, but I've always kind of been a member of 2 different style gyms and loved that throughout my life, kind of. I think I need the excitement of trying different gyms because I'm a gym rat. I'm not a guy who's doing a ton of fitness outside, even though I do some. So I think me having to go to the same place, kind of using the same equipment, same atmosphere, bogs me down for me. I also think the other, if you want to pick 3, I think that's mainly it, actually. That's mainly it. That's kind of it, because I'll tell you, me going to a gym is as natural as me going to bed. I know that sounds crazy. Like
I noticed that for you, it's like, what do you do? I'm going to the gym. It's like you don't even think about it. It's just.
And I could go anytime during the day. Like if you want to, I'm not an early bird, but if you said, Rich, let's go to lunch, I'll go to lunch. Hey, Rich, let's go after dinner or before dinner. Let's go. After dinner, let's go. You can go have beers and cigars with me right now, like say happy hour.
And go.
Let's go to the gym. Let's go. You can hit me up at 10 o'clock. Rich, you want to just go do a quick subset? Yeah, let's go. Like going there is as simple as you saying, let's go have a drink.
Right.
I don't have any time restrictions. I'll go twice to a gym.
Twice a day, you mean?
Yeah, I will. Like old days, I used to do that if I had time, double sessions. I go there. It's a playground for me, and I'm always experimenting. Maybe that's one of the things. But again, don't sometimes think I don't dread going there. I think sometimes, too, maybe what I would dread is kind of sick of life, where it's always, I guess you could say, just say you got buys, tries, back, say from a bodybuilding perspective, it's like I want to work out other body parts, or like if I had just something different for my body.
Right.
Because I'm sick of doing the same shit since I was like 5 years old, going in and out of gyms. So what makes you kind of dread the gym?
I think the one thing that stops me from going is if I get home,
right,
and before just go, change and leave, I eat something. At that point, I'm not going.
Why don't you, like myself, have a bag always ready to go to the gym? Do you think you going home is a deterrent? Because is it an excuse because it's on the way to the gym that you have to go home and get your bag?
No, because again, I don't want to feel it like an obligation where I have to prep, and me carrying a bag to work and then a bag for the gym, which I have to have the clothes, and then get to the gym and change, and then it's just too much of a.
It's too much for you because I never not have a bag.
Too much, and
out.
I know that's not going to last, and it's going to make me hate the gym.
Oh, so that doesn't work.
That doesn't work for me.
I
tried it, and it did harm more than good.
Do you think, and I'm not trying to throw you, I think a lot of people obviously use different excuses, but a lot of people use, say, lunch, say, dinner, say, not yet, happy hour, say, whatever they do, picking up kids from school, dropping off kids, whatever the case may be, there's always, do you think you kind of have that fallout where you can work out it? Actually, I talk about this. If you work out an hour a day, it's 4% of your day. That's a joke. If you think about it, if you're an hour and a half guy, it's 6% of your day.
Right.
So we do have time usually if you don't have time to go work out and take care of your health, you're an asshole. You know what I mean? Not saying you have to go to a gym 7 days a week. I'm not saying that. But do you think sometimes we're creating these excuses?
Most of the time we are.
Yeah, it's very authentic. Yeah.
Now, can I bring a bag, go at lunchtime, and my day changes day to day. So
Yeah.
I don't have an hour, I could go show a client or
Yeah.
do whatever I need to do. So that's hard for me. Prepping in the morning with a bag so I could take it to the gym, change out of my clothes, put the gym clothes on, and then it's just too much. It's just at that point it's not fun no more.
You need it to be fun.
Yeah.
See, I have to have here's what worked for me throughout my life is always having a bag ready and being able to work out sometimes when I have an opportunity, if that makes sense. So if me and you, say I had a client like you in the morning and I know there's an LA Fitness, or say I go to Kissimmee, which is nowhere near me, and I go meet him, and then right after lunch I have an hour, I can run in and do it if I have something else to do next. Not where I'll kind of waste that hour, if that makes sense. Yeah. But I'm always ready to go to fill in that spot.
Yeah, but you trained yourself and in
Exactly.
your mind that you always have a bag to work out. And that is your thing. Me carrying a bag is having more luggage. Like in life. It's another obligation. And I don't want to see it like that.
I'm the flip side now when it comes to work. See, you're very structured with work. I'm all over the place. I mean, I'll carry my backpack with my computer and shit. And I just think I don't look at 24 hours like anybody else. Or maybe other people are out there like me. I'll work whenever I want to work. I get accomplished. I'll put up a video when I decide, a podcast. If I go for coffee, you could go with me at 11 in the afternoon. I'm not a morning guy. I could go with you at midnight. Like, I can work on things with you. If you said, Rich, let's start doing podcasts from 11 at night to 2 in the morning, I would do it. And I realized that when I was making films because I was either working or with my kids all day and I was making movies at night. And I talk about this in a podcast where my energy level starts when I wake up and I just keep building it up. Where I think a lot of people want to start shutting down. So with dinner, they want to shut down. 5, 6 o'clock. Wait, I should be eating and then I should be in front of my couch or maybe on my computer doing this at home, right? I'm not thinking that way. I'm thinking I'm eating and I got 7 more hours to kick it in the ass.
Yeah. I get up early, so...
You're the flip of me with that.
Yeah, and I've tried to do the morning workouts.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. It is.
Some people love them.
And even though I get up, I have to have, like, for example, coffee first.
Yeah.
Right? Because my brain won't work. So even if I decide to go to the gym, I don't have the energy yet to work out. So for me, it's like almost a waste of time. Like, I don't have that. I'm not there mentally. I'll probably go to the gym and look at the weights.
I'm just going through the motions
before even doing anything. So I'm not their connection. I don't have the connection between mind and muscle. Connection and getting a good workout. In the afternoon, I could go at 5 o'clock. I could work out 45 minutes. I'm out, and I did everything back to back to back to back. So I'm doing cardio / muscles / I have everything. So I could get a true workout in 45 minutes versus going in the morning and being there an hour and a half looking at weights.
I realize this about myself, and I think they're doing studies now where people that work out in the morning, say you slept for 8 hours, I'll just use for example, then you wake up immediately, go to the gym, you're truly not warmed up a lot of times. Your organ, your body, your blood flow. So you go and a half an hour later, now you're kind of hardcore like myself, or used to be, all of a sudden my joints aren't ready, right? I haven't walked that much that day. I haven't used my arms or whatever. But what I realized when I worked out in the mornings for me is it started off good. I had a lot of energy after a certain amount of time, like towards like the last half an hour, and it kind of started to build momentum. But my nights, I was exhausted. Or if I wake up at a normal time for me, whatever, 8, 9 o'clock, and I kind of keep going and going and going, I don't feel exhausted at night, if that makes sense, as much. So, because I had kids like a lot of people, you have to change your schedule for a long time. I was working out in the mornings. I despised it. So
I did some of the morning workout. I think it was like about 5:30 a.m.
Jeez, I never did that early.
Because without that, I couldn't get it in. So I had to do that. And yes, it did give me a lot of energy. Until 4 p.m. Then after that, it was just slower and slower. Right? That was. But the morning, right after the workout, take a shower at the gym, get dressed, So what happened to me a lot of times is I used to take I was dressed already for the gym, right? Drop my daughters at school, go to the gym. And that wasn't at 5:30.
Right.
At that point, I was working out right after I took them to school, so about 7:30. So I was out at 8:30. I should have been at the office by 9:30. So I had plenty of time, but I had to take my work clothes with me. Sometimes I would forget the belt.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would forget the socks, and that would just ruin the rest of my day.
Really?
You know? Yeah, so that's what I said. It was no more fun because obviously I was doing it. I try to do it at night, have everything ready at night.
Yeah.
But if I didn't do it in the morning, I'm half asleep in the morning, so I would forget something sometimes.
Yeah.
So it was just brutal.
I've had so many workout partners through my life, and I kind of classify it as these two type of people. What I think it kind of comes down to: the person that wants to get in there in the morning to get it over and out of the way. They need that. They don't want to have the dreadfulness of thinking I have to work out later.
See, I want the workout to be fun.
Right.
I don't want to think about it. Let me do it just to get it out of the way. Let me do it just to get it done. No. Then I just don't do it.
Yes.
Right?
I'm the opposite. I'm not the opposite. I'm looking forward to the workout.
Right,
So
I
I don't
wanna work
care
out.
when I work out. I don't like right now, I'm going to probably work out tonight. If I leave your office, say at 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm just kind of going, and believe me, like I said earlier, sometimes I dread working out, but for the most part, it's just a routine. So it's like, I'm just going there. I'll drive there. Sometimes I don't even want to work out. I'm pulling in a gym.
So let me ask you, what happens if, let's say, for example, today's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Usually Friday everybody has plans, whatnot. So you say, okay, I'll be, I'm going to the gym at 5 or 6, and then something pops up, right? An invitation or something,
Yeah.
and it stops you from going to the gym.
I can move forward because I've worked on it my whole life. I have no problem missing a workout. Yeah.
Yeah. You're okay missing it, and
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. I don't necessarily I like you've worked out with me. I'm like now it's just kind of just maintaining. Let's call it for what it is.
Yeah.
And it's having fun. And I'm not here to train anybody. I actually like doing other people's workouts even though I probably know thousands of workouts. But weekends again, I like working out on a weekend, and a lot of people get aggravated with me. Like, say, my girlfriend sometimes before she would, but now she likes the weekend workout. She's like, "You're ruining our weekends." I'm like, "What were we gonna do? What were we gonna do on a Saturday and Sunday? That, like, if we don't have to go to an occasion or, what are we gonna do? What do you got? We're gonna go to the mall? That's most likely what you're gonna do."
My weekend workouts are roughly around 10:30.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody's still like kind of in bed in
Yeah.
PJs and not getting ready. So no one leaves the house until about 12. So I could run to the gym, get a workout.
Yeah.
And by 10, I already had coffee. I'm up. I'm showered. Whatever. So I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So I get that workout in. 45 minutes, whatever it is, in and out. And I feel like Saturday and Sunday is 2 days. So now between Monday through Friday, all I have to do is 2 days. So it doesn't feel like, oh, I got to go 4 days a week, and no, I just now pick 2 days of the full week, and I can still concentrate on work.
You're
So
kind of European too. You don't want to mess around on Sundays. Sunday's your day.
I
Right?
can still work out
Yeah, but you
because
like
I don't
to.
feel like an obligation. But Sunday is my down day, the day I just want to be home, not do anything, no computer, no phone, I just want to just relax and re-energize for the rest of the week.
I used to work out 5-6 days a week like a lunatic. When I started to do Dorian Yates workout, it took me, and I did it for years. It was only a 2 on, 1 off, 2 on, 2 off I was doing. It was brutal, but I liked my weekends off. The only thing was Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday, you had to destroy your body. By the time Saturday and Sunday, I needed that recovery. It was like no joke, even though I had 1 day off in between, but it was so intense and hardcore that now that I can work out, say I go whatever amount of times, I'll throw a cardio in there. I flip-flop. Sometimes I'll even do, who knows. But after doing those workouts for so many years, everything else seems to be kind of a coast. Now, there's no way I could keep doing those workouts. I'd probably be in the hospital or dead. But it's kind of funny how I look at things like going to the gym for years when I was holding 230, 40, 50 pounds when you're bench pressing. And when you're really going nuts for a decade or maybe 2 decades, everything else is kind of fun. It's probably like working a horrible job for 20 years, and now you have you can go to that job and you're kind of, it's not like what it was, I guess you could say. All right, my friend, we're going to wrap it up there.
All right.
All righty. Thanks for tuning in here. Let me see here. I got to put the computer here. We're talking so long. We're at 25 minutes, you big mouth.
That was a workout.
Jesus Christ. What the hell happened here? I thought that was 10 minutes. You could see Robert Benenato on Instagram. He's on Facebook. He's on LinkedIn. What else? Anywhere else you want to talk about? What, you? Where to find you?
Florida. Orlando.
That's it? You want to mention this, that?
365 Realty.
Oh,
If you're looking to buy, sell, rent real estate, I'm here for you.
What the hell was that? That was a promotion. He's pitching his shit. All right. That should be the next podcast. How to pitch my shit without pitching it. All right. I'm on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You get a chance. Check out my YouTube channel. I'm going to put up, I'm going to even say it here. We got a video popping up, me and him talking about alligators. You could check it out if you want. I don't care. I wasn't supposed to tell anybody, but I just did because I'm a big mouth.
Is it up?
No, we got to upload it. It just finished editing. So, or what, it's transfer?
Processing,
Yeah,
whatever.
processing. So you get a chance. You might want to check that out. All right. That's all I got for you. Take care, and I wish you nothing but the best.